Hey guys, this is Tolhi and welcome to Let's Play Hearthstone pack openings. It's been a little bit since we've done some Hearthstone stuff. I mean, I think we did some arena like last week, maybe it was a few weeks ago. But they have announced the Cobalts and Catacombs expansion stuff, which I have pre-ordered. And I have 50 packs that we will be opening in mid-December. In the meantime, though, I was like, I kind of want some packs. I would like to get some packs on the go. Chat is impossible to read. Still experimenting with the Streamlabs chat. White seems fine here. Let's just do that. And then we don't need the old style chat. All right, so opening some packs. I got 14. I didn't go crazy. Only spent 20 bucks on packs. I mean, golden common, alright, that's 40 dust. That's like 5 dust. So, it's garbage. Nothing. Alright. I don't know what I'm looking for exactly. I'm just looking for something of interest, I guess? Something fancy? Blizzard is kind of nice. I think that's my second Blizzard. So that actually helps fill out Mage a little bit more. I was missing some stuff there. I just feel like in some ways I'm still missing a lot of these basic cards that are necessary to build, like I don't have any armor smiths, to build like certain types of decks. Like if I want to build a decent warrior deck, armor smith is a nice one to have. So I just wanted to get a few more classic packs, which is what I've been doing slowly over time, is buying classic packs, but I wanted an infusion of new cards and, you know, dust to make cards. Okay, what's dust? You gotta give me at least like something, right? Like from 15 packs, I've gotta get something decent. Like a nice legendary. I mean, sure. I didn't have a Pyroblast, so I mean, I don't know if you really want to run Pyroblast though. Angry Chicken, alright. So I mean, we're getting a fair amount of dust regardless. Already have 2 of that. Oh, didn't have an Ancestral Spirit. Might want to play with that. Halfway. It goes by so quickly. We got some rares. Feral Spirits. Oh, I didn't have that. That actually might help fill out some of the rogue decks I've been trying to build. Okay, garbage. I actually was missing my second Knife Juggler. That might help if I try and do like Zoo Warlock. Second Hungry Crab. Okay, okay. I mean, there's some commons there I don't own. Three packs left. That's the second Lightning Storm. I mean, this is definitely flushing out some of the basic cards just for like, hey, Lightning Storm's a decent Shaman card, which I should have 2 copies of. Ooh. Okay, don't want. Don't want. Probably gonna dust that. So that's actually not bad in terms of just dust. Alright, last pack. Common. Epic. Okay, okay. Another Imp Master. Twisting Nether. Just solid card. Alright. So then the real question is, how much dust did I just earn? Only 400? Come on, really? That's still pretty good, though. So, let's check extra, because there might be some that are golden. So I got the Naturalize, so the Naturalize can be disenchanted for another 50. And then golden. I don't think I want to play the Ravenhold Assassin. Nope. Do not want. No, do not want. I'll get rid of my one golden copy, thank you. Well, that went poorly. This is where we go back and buy 60? No. Ah. Cancel. Alright, well, we got some cards. We got some cards that actually, nothing that I in particular wanted, like, super badly. The Blade's nice. Apparently it was my second copy, so I could run them a little more reliably in a rogue deck, potentially. That was my second copy of Lightning Storm. Apparently that was my second copy of Feral Spirit, so that helps flush out my options for Shaman a little bit. So 2 Hungry Murlocs is interesting. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to. Just get all of the new unhighlighted. All right. I should have just bought like 50 to begin with. We're going to get another 15. One more batch of 15 because I should have got $40 worth to begin with. That's what I should have done. But I didn't batches, see, because now if I had have gotten stuff I wanted on the first batch, I wouldn't have had to buy another 15. Now, this does mean that I missed out on, I guess, like, because it's what? It's 20 bucks for 15 and 50 for 40. I don't know. I feel like I maybe not the most cost efficient way to do this. But I don't think their efficiency math works out super well. Payment successful. All right, here we go, another 15. 15 more packs. Come on, something good. Something good. Something decent.
Busy night.
But this is it. This is it for now. I would just love to find a decent legendary or something. Which will not be on this pack. Well, we got him back in regular form. See, worth. See, worth. Okay, okay. Golden rare, fantastic, fantastic. You probably still have your prime badge. Man, that's super big. I'm gonna decrease the size of chat a little bit. Hopefully that's still readable at like that size. You're still a prime member, but you're not sub to me. That's what that badge is. So you have the prime badge, but you don't have the sub badge for my channel, which is a star, I think. All right. Classic legendary? Something decent?
Golden legendary.
This is why we spend money. Because Blizzard knows. All right. Well, that is a golden archmage. Can we get some golden archmage hype? How about we get some golden archmage hype? That's, oh man. I'm happy now. I feel very vindicated with my, oh my god. No way. No. No way. No.
Golden coming.
How do they know? How do they know? They're like, he just bought 15 and he's come back for seconds. Let's make it so he comes back for third. It's like, no, no, Blizzard, I won't. But you tempt me so. Oh, man.
Oh, legendary.
Oh, wow. Van Cleef is a pretty solid. Wow. All right. Van Cleef's all right. With some of the other rogue cards we picked up, might want to look at making a rogue deck at some point. Wow. Nothing else matters at this point. So Murloc War Leader was one of the other cards that I was actually really hoping to get out of this. So that's a quality grab. It's fantastic. No qualms with this. Why couldn't this have been my first 15? Why couldn't this have been the first $20 I spent? Mana Addict. Bloodsail Corsair. Bloodsail Corsair. Okay, okay. Oh, wait. Aha, spacebar to open the pack immediately. Explosive shot. Don't have to drag anymore. What does it take to run ads on a channel? Which channel are you talking about, Blaze? YouTube, Twitch? Because Twitch, I have no idea. Vaporize, quality. Lay on hands. Oh, I forgot. Forgot to use space. Ooh. That's probably dust. Yeah, I also have no idea how ads work on Twitch. I mean, maybe when you're a partner, like I'm still just an affiliate, so not really sure. Seriously, why couldn't this have been my first 15? Well, 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 Molten Giant. Wasn't expecting to see you here in your fancy golden form. Keeper of the Grove. Ooh, did not have a Kirin Tor mage either. Okay, that's a good add for my mage set. Last pack, for real this time. Like, that was a good walk away. Ending on a basic 4 commons and a rare. Awesome. And my collection. Craftables. Another 400 worth of dust. And then we go extra. Enter. Don't think we need an extra blizzard in golden. We can get 100 dust from that. Apparently I was using that in the deck. That's fine. Oh, I was using that for a brawl deck. Yeah, that's 100% fine. Master of Disguise. We only have... Oh, we have 2 golden versions. I didn't even notice that that's what happened. Give a friendly minion stealth until your next turn. 4 mana for a 4/4. You know what? I don't really need the dust off of that one right now. We can hold on to those 2, I guess. That's 200 dust waiting. And then I don't need the 50 off the Flame Imp. The Flame Imp. New. So new cards. We got an Explosive Shot. Kirin Tor Mage. Oh, I guess we already had one. Okay, so 2. Vaporize and the Archmage in golden, which we could disenchant for 1600, allowing me to make another legendary if I really wanted. Fantastic. That's my second equality, so even that out. Van Cleef. I have some options for Rogue all of a sudden. And then we got some pretty alright, so that would be 400 to disenchant the Molten Giant. Alright, alright. We got a stockpile of dust. We have a stockpile of dust. Cool. Play the video game? We could play the video game for a little bit. Let's take a look at my Murloc deck. If you follow in Discord, I posted a link to this, which I put on Hearthstone, because it's real bad, but I like it. We're going to drop one of these Savage Roars, because I want to see how this deck works with a War Leader instead. Where's my War Leader? Where is he? There he is. I think that both Savage Roars could be replaced with a Murloc War Leader, because a good portion of this deck, not all of it by any means, but some of it is Murlocs, and I feel like sometimes getting +2 attack on my Murlocs alone and getting a 3/3 on board would be more valuable than the Savage Roar, because often on turn 3 I end up Savage Roaring because it's a tempo deck, and then the board gets wiped anyways. But like if I had something to stick on board that was a little bit beefier, like a 3/3, I don't know, we'll see how it plays. Let's play some games in which, as per normal when streaming, it's gonna go quite poorly. I did get to rank 15 fairly easily with this Murloc deck. Basically I was playing Flipper Murloc, or Flipper Druid, Flipper Taunt Token Druid, which was no more packs. We got 2 legendaries. It's a fantastic night.
Malfurion versus Anduin.
But I was trying to find, because I don't have patches, which I may craft patches now, but because I was missing patches, I felt like I might want to get something to replace the 1/2 Bloodsayer Corsair Pirate in that deck, and so I eventually morphed the Flipper Pirate into what we have here, which is a pretty simplistic Druid aggro deck with basically the Murloc kit thrown on top. Sadly, this is probably not a strong enough start. What are you going to toss out there? You going to Shadow Visions on 1? Looking for an answer? Well, let's make this 4/4, because that's fun. Have fun dealing with that priest on turn 2. Just gonna spend a turn healing. It's tempting, but no. We'll do that and then hit for 4. Making him a 6/6 puts him in range of Power Word Death, which doesn't seem super great. Hey, look, there's that Power Word Pain you were looking for off the Shadow Visions. I guess you got a use out of it. Go wide.
For the wild.
And then if anything survives, we War Leader next turn. Or we Savage Roar. See, this is the situation I was exactly talking about. Is I don't know whether or not Savage Roar at this point is better. Nah, see, nothing is, so it doesn't matter anyways. So based on what he's playing, he's a Control Priest of some kind. That would have been nice last turn. Maybe I shouldn't have dropped the 2 until I had a more defensive way, but I was trying to push aggro. If we drop Mark of the Lotus, this thing becomes a 5/4.
What to do? For the wild.
I have no idea how I feel about that. We're walking into Dragonfire soon too. Dragonfire Potion. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Diglett __. Hey, healing pots. Yeah, he's probably got a board clear next turn. What is the Dragonfire potion? It is 5 damage to all non-dragons. So our options are we mark a Yashar, and then this thing becomes a 6/5, and then we could... That would survive Dragonfire.
What to do?
We could Cold Light Seer, Mark of the Lotus, Power Word, which then puts this up to a 5/7, which would survive.
Time waits for no one.
I think I like that more.
Job done.
So we still lose both of these to Dragonfire. So that probably wasn't the smartest move. But if he doesn't have Dragonfire, we have a really good board state. Well, there's the Power Word Death. There's a second Power Word Death. Fantastic. I don't think we have enough aggro now. We've been controlled.
For the wild.
I mean, Savage Roar next turn is plus basically 8 damage if he lets the board live. I would have expected Dragonfire Potion last turn. Potion of Madness. Into my 1/1. Another Greater Healing Potion. We just can't sustain this long. I mean, he's running out of potential answers, but we're also running out of cards. This deck is supposed to be like aggro win turn 5, but he just keeps either controlling our board well enough or healing his face too much. Oh, are you Big Priest?
I concede.
Fantastic. Great start. I thought we were facing like Shadow Anduin or something. I guess he would have had like Kazaka's Potion or Raza at some point if that was the case. Sooner than turn 8. There's no way we were getting past a 5/5.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Okay. Let's see what we can do this time.
Soul shall be mine.
I'm going
I must
first.
protect the wild.
I'd prefer to have a 1-drop. Mulligan aggressively for 1-drops or Snow Flipper Penguins. Hey, Snow Flipper Penguin. Hi, friend. Draw a 1-drop? No. Serenite Chain Gang.
Truth is found in death.
Fun. Prince. Go wide, the next turn Raven and Power Word, whatever remains. Which will probably leave me with a board of 2/2s. Next turn, drop a taunt, protecting the 2/2s.
What to do?
What to do indeed. Okay, so options. We can either drop one of these, Power Word, get a board of 2/2s, potentially a 3/3, or we could trade, do the Power Word, or...
I wonder. Time waits for no one.
I don't know if it's worthwhile taking poor trades in order to remove the Voidwalker from the field. No. Next turn we can trade here cleanly. There's no point in giving him extra damage. Okay, so he Soul Fires, losing Flame Elemental. Okay. So I like Shapeshift, clean the Voidwalker, kill one of the Fireflies, control the board, drop the Murloc Tidecaller. Next turn, drop Serenite Chain Gang and mark the Lotus whatever's left.
For the wild.
We could mark now, but I'd rather do it on the Chain Gang. Because we're going to need the stat buffs as he starts drawing into more powerful minions that have the Prince Kel'Thuzes buffs. Prince the Kel'Thuzes. Princey.
My shield for Argus.
Well, that's unfortunate.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
I wonder.
What do you wonder about? You only got 3 cards. I mean, you could life tap. Lose some life. What's the worst that could happen?
Trust the.
Ah, here comes Patchies.
I'm in charge now.
Alright, not the worst. So, trade here, trade this off.
For the wild.
Face. So we're not in a great spot. If he can board clear. If If we can draw into... Oh, Defile. Oh, Defile will be bad. I don't know if we have a way of getting past Tar Creeper right now. That'd be great if we had a beast on board. Sadly, none of our beasts are alive anymore. Okay, nothing's gonna survive trades. He's running out of cards, but all of his cards have a natural +1/+1. We play it out just to see what happens, but I don't think this ends well for us. I think we leave the taunt on board.
For the wild.
Free me!
Time waits for no one.
I mean, might get lucky and draw into like Primal Fin Lookout, drop that, gain a like Finjin or something, and then somehow manage to like get Finjin to kill something, and then play a bunch of Murlocs from our deck, including the War Leader, and then hit face. That's like multiple turns of the right cards, but I don't even think that gets us out of this, because yeah, he's gonna start like...
Can this go
You
on?
are not the boss of me.
Crypt Lord doesn't do it.
I
Alright.
concede.
Rather concede, try another game.
Well played.
I think well played is arguable, but I will thank you for it regardless. So as expected, on stream this deck does terrible, even though I went on like a 6-game winning streak this morning with it. But that's, to be fair, that's the way it's been recently. The last time we did Hearthstone, I tried showing off a deck that I've been playing that I've been winning consistently with, and then lost just hands down a bunch of times.
Knowledge
is power. I must protect the wild.
Well, I like the start. I mean, Crypt Lord doesn't do much for a while, so we'll probably toss him back. I'm fine to draw him on turn 3, but I like that more for turn 2. I'd like a buff even more, but you know. Could always draw into it. That's some options. I mean, that gives us a clear on curve 2-3. It doesn't leave us with a fantastic board, but... Ping? Frostbolt? Doomsayer. Doomsayer. Sadly, we don't have an answer for Doomsayer.
For the wild.
So we lost a 0 and a 1. We drop this one. I mean, all of this dies to fireball and pings, so none of it's good, but do I just need to get bored? Because if I drop this, it gets pinged, but he can't kill all 3 of it. I could drop these 2 together next turn, but I almost feel like I want to wait till turn 5 at this point and try and drop Seer into, or Tide Hunter into Seer.
Oh my. Time waits for no one. Nature will rise against you.
That's right, the nature of Murlocs.
For the wilds.
Yay, more cards for him. Snow Flipper's nice. I think we try for it. Should be a little harder for him to remove everything. And then next turn we can drop the +1/+1 for Murloc, or +1 attack for Murlocs and Savage Roar and try and hit for a lot. And hopefully outrun him, but if he's got a board control, probably in a bad way. Frostbolt, okay. Chooses to go face. So I don't think it makes sense to Savage Roar, because we're not going to get enough through to face. Ooh, there is Fingen. So we can get Fingen and then try and kill something with Fingen in order to draw out our board, or we can get the 3/3 and then draw more Murlocs. I like more board control. Life is a resource. Part of me feels like maybe taking the 5 damage and leaving the Flipper alive is good, unless he has an AoE Blizzard. Sad. You got another one? Yeah, you do.
I concede.
How many minions did I have on board? 6. If he didn't have the Flame Strike, it would have been Savage Roar, would have been plus, including character, 14 damage. I would have been able to kill him if he couldn't clear the board. I mean, he probably could have cleared at least a little bit of that with even his hero power. But I was really hoping for not the second board clear. Clearly playing control mage, so he obviously had it. He had the second board control. Alright, we're going second. Versus Shaman. Here's something we might be able to win against.
Hammer. I must protect the wild.
Don't need Serenite Chain Gang, and I don't think we need Biofin right off the bat. Okay.
Greetings, friend. My greetings.
So part of me feels like I can play the Murloc Tide Caller into the Druid of the Swarm. I want to try it. He either has an AoE of 2 or some way of doing 2 damage like Jade Claws. Jade Claws would be really good right now for him. He doesn't. So at this point we either... We either drop the 1/5 taunt protecting him, or we coin out War Leader. Or we coin out Primal Fin and next turn War Leader hitting for a lot of extra damage face, but that's super greedy. So the question is, do we go aggro by dropping the Lookout Now into the War Leader, trying to do as much damage as possible if nothing gets cleared? Or do we drop the 1/5 taunt protecting stuff so that over the next few turns we can do that? I think I like the protection more. And then I'm going to play around Maelstrom Portal. We don't need to clear the 1/1 right now. Yeah, still don't need to clear the 1/1. That's fine. The point wasn't to let the taunt live. The taunt is to keep the Murloc alive. So we drop the Primal Fin, but that doesn't do enough. We drop the Oracle, and that does. Oracle makes this a 3/2, which allows us to kill the Flame Tongue. Which, I mean, the Flame Tongue isn't really threatening us right now. I mean, if he's got charge minions, it might, but even then, he's still got to go through this first. Oh, we can do both. We have coin. So we can get Rock Pool.
Time waits for no.
Kind of like Raider. I mean, might as well trade the Flame Tongue off if we can. So this is super greedy, but if he doesn't clear my board, devolves devolve. It's not a bad pull. Fantastic, because who cares?
We will devour this
Hey, look, I got some stuff on board.
Tango.
Devolve again? Come on. Really? Ah, you can't devolve my zeros, fool. It's dumb. Alright, well, we trade that. And we trade one of the snow flippers. I believe in the flippers. I believe in them. We drop the Crypt Lord. So this is a situation where having Savage Roar would have been way better than having Murloc War Leader. Yes, your double devolve did not stop my Mark of the Lotus Power of the Wild deck. Ooh. Yeah, Savage Roar would have been better here. We probably could have... Yeah, last turn we would have had an extra 8 damage, 10 damage, if that was Savage Roar. I don't know. The problem is basically Savage Roar versus Murloc War Leader isn't a great comparison. Because sometimes it'll be better, sometimes it won't. I still have 8 damage on board. And we have another penguin! Buy Naru! At a store near you! Well, at least we got one win. I mean, I don't feel super great about that win. I mean, we did survive double devolve. That feels good. But did feel like he was missing some stuff. Like, I expected a Maelstrom portal or something. Oh, the worst thing I had was against a Shaman player. He dropped the Spell Mage Thanos or whatever, +1 spell power and Death Rattle, draw a card into Maelstrom and cleared my board of 2 health. Because this deck ends up having a lot of 2 health minions.
I must protect the wild.
It's really slow. It's really slow. Versus going first versus Hunter, I need the tempo. I need to be able to trade into his minions. What lets me do that? Snow Flipper lets me do that. Well, not without dying as well. Mana Tide is the only one that can take a hit and survive on turn 1. I think I need aggression. I need 1-drops. I mean, that is a 1-drop. It's probably arguably the best 1-drop I have. Arguably one of the best 1-drops, period. Nothing on turn 1, huh? This seems way too early, but I want to do it. I want to do it because I feel like it. Coining. Deadly Shot. Stitch Tracker. Hunter doesn't have a lot of, like, board clears. I mean, he's got Deadly Shot. That's not a bad Deadly Shot target. Yeah, we do this. And next turn we Power the Wild. We drew to the Swarm, Power the Wild. Do we go for Poison? I think we might go for Poison. Because we got to worry about if a... Okay, well, that's dumb. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
We will devour this world.
So right now, Cold Seer is our only Murloc on board. So if we draw a Murloc War Leader or Primal Fin Lookout, we want a Murloc on board. So we don't want to trade that off. We don't want to really trade off our 4/4. So I think we trade off one of the taunts. By the same token, the 4/4 isn't as valuable as... You know what? This is fine. If he kills the Murloc, he kills it. I'd rather keep the 4/4 alive. Okay, now having Poison on board is not as much health as the... Now going wide means, yeah. So we lose the Murloc. This is still fine because we have Poison. Winning. I think it's arguable that I could have left his... I feel like I could have left the Scavenging Hyena alive without needing to use the poison. Because if he does play some sort of taunt, it would be nice to have the poison. But on the other hand, he had a 12/7, which he could have played another Unleash the Hounds and then, like, adapted it. He had another Unleash the Hounds. And he had the adapt. So if I hadn't have killed it, he could have very easily made a Wind Fury. Okay, Market Yashar, Market Yashar, Market Yashar. That's not Market Yashar. All right. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Well, we win in 2 turns. Unless he has a heal as Hunter, which I think would be silly. Well, I mean, he has taunts. He probably has taunts. Yeah, if I hadn't killed with Spider, I would have been totally screwed. That's a charge. That's also a charge. Okay, so he trades off everything. So if he's holding Houndmaster to make one of his beasts taunt, we don't get there. We're 1 off. This is where Patches feels like he'd be nice. This is the whole reason I built this deck, though, is I didn't have Patches and I was trying to build something that didn't necessarily need them.
We will devour this.
Do you have a taunt? This deck has no possible way of doing 1 damage, which is super sad sometimes.
Well fought.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for not drawing Houndmaster. Whew, it was very conceivable that that should have been a loss. So 4 games, 2 losses, 2 wins. I still don't know how I feel about Murloc War Leader versus Savage Roar. I mean, they're both good cards. There's like questions of like, would Crypt Leader be swappable for like Murloc War Leader? Like if I got a second Murloc War Leader, would I want 2 of those and 2 Savage Roars and no Crypt Lords instead? Like I'm not 100% positive. I feel like most of the time the 2-mana Druid of the Swarm 1/5 taunt does a good enough job protecting, but Crypt Lord is just a really impenetrable barrier because once you drop stuff like Mana Tide and Bilefin, then it goes up to like a 1/8 real quick. If you get both of them on turn 4, then it becomes a 1/10. Then you buff that with like marks or even just passively through Mark of the Lotus. It's pretty nice. So I like the Crypt Lord. Serenite Chain Gang is pretty good because again it makes 2, which then makes Power of the Wild and Mark of the Lotus more effective by having 2 bodies on board. I don't know. Do not know. I feel like I want to make adjustments, but I just don't know what those adjustments are at this time. Throw a Knife Juggler for that times when you need to do 1 damage face. It's probably not worthwhile. Charge from the Bluegill Warrior could be good times 2. I don't know. Even just adding a swipe might be a good idea. That way I always have an opportunity to do like that extra 1 damage. Or extra 4 if I need to hit face. I don't think it's a great deck, but I enjoy playing it. I just enjoy playing Murlocs and then going bam face. It's interesting.
Malfurion.
Going second. It's good.
For Doomhammer, I must protect the wild.
I like Druid of the Swarm turn 1 via coin, Mark of Yashar turn 2. It's actually kind of slow. But let's see how it plays. Let's see how this line of cards works. Snow Flipper. Okay. Snow Flipper's pretty cool. So we go Snow Flipper, Drew the Swarm, 1/5 taunt.
Avast, matey.
Patches?
I'm in charge.
I want to craft you. But I probably shouldn't. Well, coin into 1/5, this, into go. Now the question is, do I use the mark on the 1/5 taunt or on the 1/1 penguin? It's obviously the taunt. I put it on the taunt, but still. There's a choice. There's a possible choice. Making it so Penguin Friend can make trades is sometimes cool.
I wonder.
I wonder too. It's a good one. I've made choices. I'm not sure if they were the right choices, but I made choices. Ooh, that needs to die. Needs to die bad.
The scourge will devour all.
There's no point in hitting this, it just gets healed. I wanted the spell totem gone because it gives the +1 spell damage, which would make his Maelstrom more powerful against my 3/2. And in this situation, the 1/5 or 1/2 taunt.
Avast, matey.
Well, that doesn't get a second patches, so that's a little sad for you. Are you going for like an evolve next turn? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Well, I think we do this into this. Could have potentially played the Murloc Tidehunter, which would have went better into this next turn, but... We want a clear board. What's going to make that easier
Job's done.
is not having them heal every turn. He's getting too much value out of the 1 trades. Had to kill the heal. Now, if he's holding on to that Maelstrom, I've just set it up nicely for him. Does not seem to be. So these are some 1/1s, so you're going to get some 3/3s. Those aren't great 3/3s. Or 3 manas. Okay. Cool. Probably drop Oracle and then use these guys to trade. Yeah, it seems alright. So, Oracle. Trade into this one. Trade into that one. And then we either go Serenite Chaingang, or we play Murloc Tidehunter. So far he hasn't... I would have thought he would have used AoE by now.
I wonder.
It's risky. Hello, phone. Well, we need to clear the board. Because we don't want him to have targets to evolve. And then I think we go with this. Into this. Now, if he draws Maelstrom... Jade Lightning, wow, okay. Wow, okay. Cool. Super cool.
For the wilds. Find a room.
I mean, it is good that he killed the Maelstrom portal, otherwise this would have been an extra 4 damage. Or they killed the Oracle. I'm still concerned about the Maelstrom. Evolve? Oh, one evolve. That's fine. No one cares about that. Where's my marks? I want my marks. How much damage we got? We 2, 6, 9, 13. We have lethal at 19 damage. As long as my mouse doesn't click the wrong one. My mouse has had like a sensitivity issue lately where it's like, I'm gonna let go even though I'm still holding it down. Which is super fun if you're dragging directly forward and your mouse goes let go even though you're still holding down. It's like, no, 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 I didn't want... Oh. Winning streak. Okay. What's this garbage? This looks like garbage. I don't know what that garbage is. Moving on. Out of curiosity. Yeah, we do. We have 100% of what is needed to make classic rogue now that we have gotten Edwin Van Cleef. Gain +2/+2 for each other card you've played this turn. I'm just curious if we have anything, like, enough decent cards now to, like, make something work for Rogue. I mean, so basically we want Edwin to be as big as possible, so we want small stuff, but I don't know if that's enough of a strategy. I just don't know what Rogue's strategy is. Like, at least with, like, that Murloc deck, I know, like, I want to go aggro. But I'm not sure what I want to do with, like, Rogue. I think the main one I'm missing still is... I think I can just find it. There's still a couple main ones I'm missing, I guess. Seriously? Yeah. Oh, it's a 0 mana cost. I was thinking of the reduced 3. This is still a classic card, too. So as I open packs, hopefully I find some, but Preparation seems to be one of the main cards I'm still missing. Because not only does this allow me to potentially get more... It's a 0 cost, but it also allows the combo into Van Cleef a little more. Yeah, even though I have the legendary now, I still don't feel like I have enough of the basic stuff to make a good rogue deck work. Getting there. Getting there. I don't know, maybe I need to like take a look around and see if there's anything else that makes sense. Because we're halfway to a rogue deck. Not a great rogue deck, but I mean, probably has the pieces of a good rogue deck. You know what's fun? You know what's super fun in rogue? Leroy Jenkins. Shadow Stump Leroy Jenkins. It's a ton of fun in rogue. We don't really have any death rattles. Blade's okay. Yeah, I don't see a very cohesive rogue deck here. Knife Juggler could be cool. As we combo some of these things up and down. Lore Walker Cho. Oh, Lore Walker Cho. Fireflies are just great combo cards because you can get bored down as well as have a nice one drop still for comboing. Because their cards played. Boneware? Illidan? Illidan's the right choice, right? I'm throwing Mare in the Fox, because why not? I don't feel like Prince Cheese. Just need 3 more cards. Hard removal. And card draw. Is it enough? That's the question. Yes, phone, I heard you the first time. Working with what I have. I guess part of what I could have done is I could have played Classic Rogue a little bit with like the full 30 card perfect classic deck and then try and get an understanding of like why that deck works and then from there move forward.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
Watch your back.
We want Swashbuckler or Firefly to start, I think. We mulligan for those guys. Hey, Swashbuckler. This would be another good deck for patches. Ooh, hello. You're neato. Super neato. It's a great backstab target.
Why do you call?
Yeah, I think we backstab.
Relax. It's a party.
And do that. Do we drop the Swashbuckler? I think we do. Summon a random minion you discarded this game. Fantastic. No, Soulfire. Oh, you lost your Soulfire, but then you get to draw another card. Excuse me, sorry.
Job's done.
Well, that's fun. We did a damage to him. Dark Reaper.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Well, there's Bone Mare. Bone Mare's fun. I don't think it's really worthwhile. Shadow stepping? I think we just have to hope for Cruel Dinomancer into Bone Mare being enough. We could even Shadow Step Bone Mare. I honestly just put Bone Mare in here because I know Bone Mare is a fantastic card. No other reason other than that.
Speak your peace. I am the greatest Dinomancer.
That doesn't live. No way he lets me keep that.
I'm in charge now. Who dares summon me?
Don't need Blood Reaver Gul'dan in this match. I think he still has it. Maybe not.
So many possibilities.
I mean, that's the thing, right? This is why I just hit end turn and let you try and figure it on your own. Rather than just letting him take time on my turn as I try and decide what I want to do. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. He's trading a lot. Silly. Oh, I should have traded first with the 4/4.
Mistakes were made.
This is our town, son.
Beat it.
That was dumb. It was really dumb. I mean, he still can't really, like, win completely. I'm going to be left at 2. But we could have negated him even being able to hit me this turn at all.
Speak your piece.
Oh, that's what he needed. Yeah, now he can hit me for 3 and potentially get the Wind Fury. Yeah, if I had have hit with the Bone Mare first. Whoops. Oh, well, new deck. Trying to figure it out. There's nothing in the deck that saves us from a stealth right now. Nothing at 2 mana
many
anyways.
Options.
We'll see what we get.
Here we go.
Job's done.
Pursue.
I don't hate it. I mean, Shadow Step Bone Mare into Bone Mare again is kind of nice. Remembering to trade the damage on Bone Mare before returning it to hand would be even better because it's kind of like a free heal, but as well as I'm just missing 5 damage.
Your soul shall be mine.
Ringleader.
Watch your back.
I got excited by the combos. I was like, oh, look at the combos, guys, the combos. Oh man, this deck's cool with all these new combos I don't know. Oh, that's neat. Van Cleef on turn for 4. I probably can do better. I guess having coin with this deck is really, really good. Like super duper good. Do I want more low-cost stuff in here so I can combo more? This is the type of stuff that I feel like you need to... This is why deck building it was weird, because I'm just not familiar enough with some of the Hearthstone mechanics still, that like just jumping into it, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what this deck needs, but as I'm playing it, I'm looking at all the combos and stuff, I'm like, I don't know if I have enough low-cost stuff. Just don't know.
Here we go.
Poke. He's also not doing anything, which is kind of freaking me out. I can't do anything because I don't have any great plays, but does he also not have any great plays, or he's just holding a bunch of control cards? Who knows? Who knows?
Here we go.
I do like the Firefly, or I guess technically the Flame Elemental for the combos. Get something on board as well as have combo pieces. That's a Tar Creeper. Eviscerate? Ooh, Shadow Step. Shadow Step's nice. So, Flame Elemental. Could also do Backstab. I think I like Eviscerate the most.
So many options.
And then I think we
Here
trade
we
1
go.
face damage so that we keep the board. It's not, so I'm still in like Druid Murloc mode though, where I'm like, I want to keep my board for like buffing, but I guess there's not much that we can do with these 1/3 or 1/2s once they're on board. I guess it's good to keep board. Oh, I guess this is something we can do with it. How do we trigger it, though? How do we trigger it? I mean, we could Shadow Step this back to hand. We could also just Backstab. Into Agent.
Here we go.
It's not always best to play. I don't know. So I guess I've always felt like it's best to play down all your mana every turn. That's something I've heard a lot in other streams and stuff when I'm watching Hearthstone, is people talk about always wanting to play all your mana. But I don't know if playing the Cthulhu really made a big deal there. Also, I don't know if... I don't know. It's a weird turn.
Side effects? No.
Well, that's some healing, all right.
Trust me.
We need something to drop in order to be able to trigger
Only a
agent.
fool rejects the Lich King.
Only a fool, only a fool. That's another bone mare. That's not helpful right now. Oh, if we can keep the poison for bone mare turn, oh, that'd be fun. Oh, that'd be so much fun. Oh, we should have poisoned this one. That way this was still a shadow step target if we really needed it. Which probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. Well, we can shadow step this guy, I guess. Shadowy steps. Into this.
Ha, this guy's toast.
For 2. Into this.
Here
Into
we
this. Into Van Cleef for what? I don't know. +4?
Brotherhood shall prevail.
It's not a lot. But going into Bone Mare, that makes him a 10-10 taunt. It's pretty good. Might want to spread it out more, though. Might want to make, like I said, this guy into a 5-6 taunt with poison. Seems pretty good.
Your magic shall
Aww.
not save.
I mean, better now than later. We still have a Shadow Step we could use on him at a later point, too. Bone Mare? Into Poison Guy?
Hey,
Trade 3/3?
lights out.
Lapdogs, all of you.
Here we go.
Job's done.
Next turn, Bone Mare into Bone Mare? A horse riding with a Firefly on top? Why, it sounds like a great idea to me. Oh. Oh. It's upsetting. It's highly upsetting. I don't know. Yeah, he has a lot of cards in hand. That's bad. It's super bad. What's the chances he's got another Twisted Nether? He's got another Twisted Nether, doesn't he?
I wonder.
We could play Merc. We don't get the 2-1 out of it, but it's still just a 2-2.
Choose soon.
This is our town.
Here we go.
I'm going to just develop one on board, and then depending on what he does, then I'll Bone Mare. Because if we devote too much and then he just Twisted Nethers again, then we're in a bad spot. Plus, if we put too much on board, it promotes him to Twisted Nether again.
I ain't talking.
Ha, this guy's
Not the
toast.
worst thing that could have happened. I think he's got another Twisted Nether. That's why he's playing the Dirty Rat. He's 100% got another Twisted Nether, right? If he's got another Twisted Nether, then, or if he even's got like board control on that, then dropping the Bone Mare is going to get us, and the poison, we could poison remove and then hit for 7, but then we're hands empty and we have nothing after he does whatever removal he wants. We can also do 1, 2, 3, remove that from board, and then just hold.
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
This leaves us open to Mortal Coil. I don't know, maybe we're playing too slow now. One Twisted Nether and we're totally like, ah, run. Okay. Well, I mean, we can just straight up assassinate that. Into deal 2.
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
Which then puts us in range next. No, wait, we're 1 off. That's 7. That's 2.
You face Jaraxxus,
Oh no!
now Lord of the Burning Legion.
We face Jaraxxus. Leroy Jenkins. If only we had a Shadow Step.
I wonder.
Lol, if we Shadow Step Bone Mare, we can hold Bone Mare for Leroy Jenkins' turn too. That's really weird. Alright, I mean, we hit for 8. Or we just hold.
Too soon. Here we go.
Calm down, I'm a doctor. That's a 6/6. Bone Mare! You betrayed me. You betrayed me, Bone Mare. For the last time, Bone Mare. You betrayed me.
Here we go.
Job done.
I give up.
So it's not a great deck. But what I got, I don't know. I don't know if there's much we could do to tweak it, given my current collection. Van Cleef definitely feels cool. Like, being able to drop a 6/6 like that's pretty great. I feel like we could probably optimize this thing a little bit better. More draw would be helpful. Even with the sprint doesn't feel great until, like, the end of the game. Bone Rattle isn't going to do much. Gagazan Oxygeneer is a little weird. I mean, we could Acolyte of Pain, but we don't have much of a way to trigger it ourselves. Just having more pieces to be able to combo the puzzles, but I think it might just be having cheaper pieces that are better effective. Like, Plague Scientist doesn't really feel right in this deck, but I just don't know what else I'd put in here. If we were to look at crafting... That seems like a pretty good card. I've seen a lot of people use it before. Gives you more fodder. I guess that's the big thing. That seems pretty good. Mimic Pod, that's a way to draw cards. That's the other option, is I didn't look at draw that was... That would be pretty good. Mean Streets at Gagazan. Alright, well, I think this is where we call it. I might play with this rogue deck some more. I think I'm definitely not going to just disenchant Edwin Van Cleef. I think going to keep him around, see how he goes. Maybe try and play with rogue a little bit more, try and build some sort of rogue deck that works with him. Still feel like I'm missing some puzzle pieces, but maybe when Cobalts and Catacombs comes out, we'll find something to make the deck work when we get these 50 packs. Thanks for watching. As I play around with my Murloc Druid, try and make some games work, and also as I play around with the Rogue, and also just watching me open packs. Thanks for coming for that. I guess that's mainly what the display was. Some pretty good pack pulls. Pretty happy. We'll be back with Hearthstone at some point, at the latest mid-December, to open 50 packs of Catacombs. Kobolds and Catacombs. I'm excited. I'm excited for a new expansion. It'll be the first new expansion since I've started playing. For now, though, this is going to be Tolly signing out. Later, guys.